To sort of put it into context, over the past 2 or 3 years, with the acquisition of with Worthbane, Centritrade, Allen Grant, Momentum Technologies and Calvin Terminals, they were a group of very independent and unconnected companies. So the task that was posed to me by Robert Mayer, our CEO, was to go and find a trading, logistics and finance system that will work across all of these companies to bring them together and to align them. And that's exactly what it started to do. With the contract entry in the trading scenario and the logistics and shipping, Gen 10 has streamlined and synergised our workflows and our office operations, and then the way that it works seamlessly with Microsoft and the vision to take care of the finance and the accounting side of it. Everybody now works in exactly the same way, or is starting to work in exactly the same way, which then enables us to get some management information and reporting out of it as well. So yeah, it's just helped us to align a group of individual companies into Corrie MacColl, which is the group that we trade under. Yeah, I kind of just what I've alluded to there with a group of companies that weren't aligned at all, and in some respects were actually competition for each other. You can imagine trying to make or to get these companies to not only change the workflow and the dynamics of how they operate and how they report and things like that, to actually get them to be part of a group where they were individual standalone companies initially was tough at times. But I think that's the key things that you need to do is let people know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and probably most importantly what benefits and they will see at the end of it. So it's always for me about clear and concise and consistent flow of information, and keep everybody informed of what you're doing and why, and as I say, the benefit to them. And also to utilise the knowledge, the skills and the experience that we have internally across those companies. So we make sure that everybody knows that it is the end user that drives this whole project. It's not me driving it at all. I'm just a conduit for sharing information. It's the internal strengths and knowledge and skills that we utilise, which help us sort of bring everything together. Right from the get-go, we understood that CommOS was a purpose-built commodity trading and logistics system, so it was exactly what we needed. So once we understood that, and then we were assigned our account manager, Joanne Bonner, and we had the support of the team as well. They understood exactly what it is we wanted to achieve. They understood the nuances and the complications, shall we say, that bringing a disparate group of companies together under one group could entail. So everybody understood that. Everybody took care of the individuals that were involved in the project from our side as well. So yeah, I've got to say, from beginning right the way through to, even though we're not quite finished yet and we've got one office to go, we're kind of 90% of the way there as far as implementation goes, and it's been I think probably something that I don't know if I'm sure people have done it before, but when we said we wanted to roll out a new system globally in less than 6 months, I think people thought we were kind of mad. But with the help of the Gen 10 team, obviously our Microsoft partners as well, we've managed to do that. Going back to your earlier question, I think the level of support and understanding and interaction that we've had with you guys has been absolutely fantastic. We had Worthbane and Allen Grant that have been using Gen 10 for, I think, 4 or 5 years now. So obviously they were absolutely integral in the sort of the rollout program. And what they were able to do was to I guess educate or inform the people that have never heard of Gen 10, the features of it and the benefits, the time saving, the efficiencies, because all those guys have said that once they started using Gen 10, their working day has become a lot more manageable, a lot easier, quicker, slicker and faster. So basically we were pushing on an open door when we wanted to roll it out. Once we got through the initial, you guys are going to have to change, once we got past that, the people that have been using Gen 10, say, for a number of years, they were absolutely integral into helping win the hearts and minds of the rest of the company. What's next? Well, we've got China to get over the line. As I say, that's kind of probably the last 10% of the Corrie MacColl implementation. Then we move forward in making sure that we get meaningful information out of the system, because the insights that it will give us into how not only the individual companies are performing, but how we're performing as a group, looking at our P&L, looking at our position, both physical and on paper, will be something that we've never had before. So that's kind of one step. And then moving forward, we have our own plantations and factories across Africa, so I see a great opportunity for something that we can work together there. And one of the big things in natural rubber is all around the sustainability piece, and Corrie MacColl and Halcyon are at the vanguard of that and really driving that agenda. So there is an independent platform called Hevia Connect, which is a platform for companies to buy and sell natural, sustainable rubber and participate together rather than having the middleman of the brokerage bit. So that will then drive a fair price for rubber to enable the growers to be paid a fair price for their rubber, because as you know, the price of rubber has been suppressed for a number of years now, which means that the farmers in Southeast Asia especially are maybe getting out of rubber to look at growing other crops, palm oil, etc. So with the Hevia Connect digital platform, that Halcyon play a huge part in and back massively, that and then obviously Corrie MacColl as well, that it would be really, really good to get a buying from Gen 10 as well, to see how we work and how we synergise the buying and selling from Corrie MacColl and Halcyon with the external partners on Hevia Connect as well. So there's a lot of stuff to sort of go after, making sure that the whole process of buying and selling sustainable natural rubber is quicker and easier and ends up in the producers and the farmers getting a fair price for their rubber. No, I'd just like to say that it's been a great experience, and working with the Gen 10 guys, not only systemically has it done exactly what we want it to do, and yes, we can go and evolve it and tweak it and develop with the help of you guys to future-proof it and to make sure that whatever we want to do in the future is taken care of. I think a lot of people looked and listened to what we wanted to do in the time scale that we wanted to do it and thought there's no way we're going to achieve it. But through working together and the collaboration between Corrie MacColl and Gen 10, as I say, with the exception of China, which is the final piece of the puzzle, we've managed to do it inside 6 months. So a great achievement for all involved.